that. End of story. I'll tell you something else that is avoidable, ladies and gentlemen. When the president spreads right-wing conspiracy theories, he likes to do that on a regular basis, and this is no exception. Let me explain. So Laura Ingraham did this interview with Donald Trump the other day and asked Donald Trump this very simple question. Who controls Joe Biden? Have a listen to what Donald Trump's full response is to this.
Who do you think is pulling Biden's strings? Is it former Obama
people
officials?
that you've never heard of, people that are in the dark shadows, people that
What does that mean? That sounds like conspiracy theory. Dark shadows.
No,
What is that?
people that you haven't heard of. They're people that are on the streets. They're people that are controlling the streets. We had somebody get on a plane from a certain city this weekend, and in the plane, it was almost completely loaded with thugs wearing these dark uniforms, black uniforms with gear and this and that. They're on a plane.
Where's this?
I'll tell you sometime, but it's under investigation right now. But they came from a certain city, and this person was coming to the Republican National Convention. And there were like 7 people on the plane like this person, and then a lot of people were on the plane to do big damage.
I'll tell you sometime. Oh, it continued, though, ladies and gentlemen, with this people in black in planes theory. Trump doubled down on this plane theory with reporters. This was right before yesterday when he left for Kenosha. Have a listen to this.
Yeah, I could tell you that I could probably refer you to the person and they could do it. I'd like to ask that person if it was okay, but a person was on a plane, said that there were about 6 people like that person, more or less. And what happened is the entire plane filled up with the looters, the anarchists, the rioters, people that obviously were looking for trouble. And the person felt very uncomfortable in the plane. This would be a person you know, so I will see whether or not I can get that person. I'll let them know, and I'll see whether or not I can get that person to speak to you. But this was a first-hand account of a plane going from Washington to wherever. And I'll see if I can get that information for you. Maybe they'll speak to you, maybe they won't.
Okay, so let me just start by saying this. The President of the United States is the one person who has access to more information than just about...
That's exactly right.
Thank you, Mr. McCloskey. He has more information, or at least access to more information, than anybody else in the country, maybe even the world. And he's going by a first-hand account, so he claims. And when Laura Ingraham, who rightfully presses him on this and calls it, sounding it like a conspiracy theory, he responds by saying, quote, "I'll tell you sometime." And then when pressed on it by reporters, he says, well, I'll talk to this person and maybe they'll get back to you. Maybe they won't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a conspiracy theory.
No, it's not.
Oh, really? Where's your evidence? Then where's the evidence?
Where's yours that it's not?
That's your argument?
No, I'm serious. That's your argument to me?
That is the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
No, Brian.
Where is the evidence that this took place?
No, where's the evidence that it didn't take place?
Is that your argument?
No, I'm serious, Brian.
I'm sorry, I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay, fine.
Is that your argument?
We talked about this yesterday, Brian. Brian, do you know the people that were arrested in Kenosha? There was 175 arrested from 44 different states.
What we're talking about?
That means people are being shipped in to do this rioting and looting and vandalism. Yes, shipped in or driving in. I mean, someone is paying for these people to go all over the country and cause problems. And what Donald Trump is talking about is that there was an airplane full of these particular people. What is your evidence of that? That's what he just said. He said there is an investigation ongoing, but you didn't. But you didn't.
No, I did. By his own people. Who's investigating?
I have no idea. He didn't mention. He didn't mention.
Exactly. He didn't.
Does it mean it's not happening? Does it mean it's not taking place because he didn't mention who it was that it's not taking place?
By the way, he also claimed that they were controlling Biden. By the way, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard a rumor that Sean McCollum used to be a porn star. By the way, Sean is our second producer. I have no evidence to back that up, but there's no evidence that it's not true either. So, I mean, it might be true.
That's exactly right.
I have evidence.
Brian,
hold on a second. I'm not done yet.
I just gave you that's what you're saying is totally off base.
Oh, really?
Like you do it all the time.
So how is Trump on base?
You take something that is completely irrelevant and you drop this hyperbolic example that makes no sense whatsoever.
So I'm going to ask
Brian,
you again,
there has been looting. There has been looting and rieting and vandalism and arson. Yes, it does all over the country.
JD,
we had the woman from Kenosha come on the show. She said that she saw cars driving in with out of state plates. Of course it does. What I'm saying is there are people that are being literally taken from location A to location B, and someone is funding those people. And what Donald Trump is saying, and don't interrupt me, what Donald Trump is saying is that a plane under those circumstances was was intercepted on the way to the RNC, and you saw what happened to the RNC.
Okay.
There was people outside of the RNC that were intimidating people that were leaving the event. You saw the Black Lives Matter mob that surrounded Rand Paul.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay.
That's what's going on, Brian. So he's saying that they found an airplane, and they don't know who's funding it. I don't know if he's talking about George Soros or who he's talking about.
Let me know
but someone is funding this whole operation.
Sure. Okay,
I mean, like, look what's going on in Portland.
Okay.
You have these people who have shields, they have face masks, they have thousands of dollars of armor. Every single night they go out and they protest. They've done it for 96 nights in a row. Who is paying for these people? Are they getting paid by the government to protest their own country, or to loot and riot and vandalize and arson and and attack people in their own country? No, someone is funding all this, and all Donald Trump is saying is that someone is funding these things, and he found an airplane. He saw an airplane, or someone saw an airplane. But I guess they don't want to be named who they are, and that particular person at some point will hopefully tell Laura Ingraham or whoever else about what actually happened. I'm guessing he's talking about someone that's involved with CNN or one of those left-wing networks. I think that's who he's talking about. But all he's saying is that there was an airplane full of these people. It was intercepted. It was on its way to either D.C. or one of these, or Kenosha, or somewhere across the country, and the entire purpose of those people on that plane was to cause damage. That's all he's saying. It's not a conspiracy theory. He's saying that he intercepted an airplane, or someone in his team intercepted an airplane, and that's what they were trying to do.
First of all, he never said that a plane was intercepted. He never made that statement. He never said that there was an intercepted plane. He said someone saw it. So again, you're saying things that are completely factually inaccurate. That's number one. You're misquoting what the president said. It's very important that at least we get the quote right, which you're not getting right. That's number one. Number two, he said that the men in black were controlling Biden. That is exactly what he said. That is an outrageous claim. There is no evidence to support.
Well, then why has Biden never ever called out Antifa?
You just spoke for literally 4 minutes, and I didn't interrupt you. I was just sitting there just in a gaze of some of the things you were saying. If I can speak for more than 10 seconds, that would be very nice of you. Okay? He didn't say that a plane was intercepted. There is literally zero evidence that is put forward by anybody in his administration. Anybody. To suggest that there were people, men in black, on an airplane that controlled Joe Biden. There is zero evidence for that claim. And until I see evidence, I am going to call it a conspiracy theory with no evidence to back it up. We've also heard that Antifa is controlling Joe Biden. We hear these people that make these statements really on a daily basis. And quite frankly, it's disgusting and it's quite weird.